went there
There-
once for
But there was
That's
nothing
true.
left to give up.
It's true, you got early voting going on now,
have a bar.
so you would think
There was
you'd
nothing
wanna do
left,
it
but
to be pretty soon.
Earlier rather than later.
that's the general.
And even probably used they were enough. They moved it to lunch.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's the same kind of atmosphere.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they went there.
Do tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
All the debate is,
Yeah.
each candidate.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people thought that it was chocolates with something in it, like,
Yeah, that's
loaded
tough.
chocolates. And, but oh no, there was a lot of people. There was a lot
I
of
did
people.
see
A lot of
that.
people.
Sky's the
Yeah.
limit.
That's impressive.
It is, I
They
didn't.
were dropping it off last Tuesday when we were.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
it was
saying.
kind of funny,
Guys,
but
you know,
that was really what I wanted, because I hate chocolate.
Part,
But that's all I really tried for was cookies.
get
And,
the
but I wanted
foundation
those
ready.
2 shot
And
glasses.
how long is it gonna take?
Oh, the decking will take 6 months.
Yeah.
Southwest Ohio.
Where's that?
How long is it
Yeah,
gonna take? 2 years.
at the Lincoln Day dinner, we had
And a lot of
Good weather should help that
and
bridge out.
Tom had donated this heart shape full of, what's that red? Fireball.
minimum
There's
an
10
hour.
little bottles of Fireball, heart
I
shape.
did tell my wife.
Lilies.
And then there was
I
2
got off the job with him.
There's
And I
people are sick everywhere.
yeah, I don't drink Fireball, but I wanted
Tell Sharon,
chase
I wake up tomorrow morning like I did this morning, I'm probably not gonna
No.
be down
Filling job.
It's, I don't know.
No, you're better off.
100 times.
Yeah, you
But
don't
I had
expose
gotten-
people anyway.
I had gone up
And
there
today I
with Kim
rode
and John
I tested,
Charlton.
I tested this.
His birthday was Valentine's Day. and
What's
his
that?
birthday was 2 days
I'm
later.
totally.
Hey,
So
you
I
did
got
set yourself
Kim
up.
a gray Ohio State mug and her a red one. I said, I have much
Oh, yeah.
mugs, you know. Make such nice gifts.
yeah.
Oh, their
I like
Easter,
shopping.
My driver's in.
their Easter bunnies are.
Somebody wanted Easter bunnies.
Okay.
Somebody,
Cambridge City Council now be called to order. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Evancho. Hill.
Here.
Loffman.
Here.
McMillan.
Here.
Mauer.
Here.
Wolverton.
Here.
Zaleski.
Here.
I'll entertain a motion. Mr. Wolverton,
I'll make a motion, we excuse, Council President Bill Kogel.
Mr. Vancho.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Reading to the minutes. Mr. Wolverton,
I make a motion, we dispense with the reading of minutes, place on file.
Mr. Mauer.
Second the motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Mayor's report.
Seems like a while since I got to do this. I'm pumped up tonight. I don't have much to talk about. I'll see you again tomorrow so we can catch up on that. First on the paper in front of you, request from the engineer, number 1, for authorization, A, to award the 2024 street maintenance contracts, and B, the council accepts the water line along State Route 209 from the city limits to Trinity Church. And 2, request from the Economic Community Development for approval to hire an environmental hazard inspector. We had one of those before, and it kind of left us a couple years, and we're going to try to put that back. 3, request from the mayor to transfer $2,000 from maintenance to supplies. And 4, request from the safety director, A, to transfer $1,800 from vehicle maintenance to supplies, and B, to accept $5,000 from the Guernsey County Veterans Charity Fund for police and fire. 5, request from the fire to appropriate $34,200.86 into the EMS supplies line.
Okay, all of those will be sent to the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Council President. I do have a couple little things. Spring cleanup has been charted for April 26th and 27th. We do this yearly. It's huge. Now, not unfortunately, the weather's so nice right now, people could think, oh my gosh, that's forever from now. So just keep a nice little build up of stuff somewhere and keep on working, get your mind set. We've got a month and a half of hard work ahead of us. It makes a big difference out there, and we have some people that could use a little help there. So hopefully between us pushing on one side and them running to the other, we'll get it figured out. But I was talking to Councilman Moore about that and Mauer, and he was like, what? He says, I don't know, but he said he'd help me on that, so we're gonna work on that. And same thing with Councilman Hill and the rest of it. Sidewalk program, I don't mention this a lot in the past, but I just took it, people remember it, but we do run that yearly. It's a 50/50 program. It's a benefit for those that might have that cracked big piece out in front of their house. They'd like to look a little better, from one little cube all the way up to 15 of them if you want to. We had one lady last year did from corner to corner. When you do something like that, of course, 50/50, that made a big difference. So that is available. We'll take applications. That'll be at my office, at the Assistant Kelly's desk. And I'd like to see people take advantage of it. Last year, actually, was a banner year. I think it was the most we've ever done. So I don't know if it's coming out of COVID or what was going on, but they was in the mood to fix concrete last year. Just a little tidbit, Councilman Mauer down there, in his ward, 4th Street, we knocked down a house there, and that's gonna be part of that Veterans Park, Tom, that we talked about a good while back, and it's starting to take slow sometimes. Now, there's a pile of brush there that, last I saw, we talked about that. I think there was discussion in the side room, so some of that's gonna be leaving too, and then we'll get some fill in that low spot. And I think we got a flagpole picked out there somewhere that we're gonna use, and, one day at a time, but I'll need both your help on that. And that's all I have written on paper. Tomorrow's a retreat that I've asked about with the clerk and you guys, and I think it's a great idea. We used to do that a couple, 3 times in the early days. I don't know where all the years went, I truly don't, but when I think back, wow, 8 years got away from us there, busy every one of them. We've got a lot of things bubbling out there. Working with the county backstage, talking about water and sewer still. There's some paperwork we're gonna work on there. It's moving down their way. I think it's been delivered. Of course, we've got this, EMS thing that we're involved in. And then with that said, the county's got a levy on the ballot coming up. It's important to be paying attention to all these things. Unfortunately, we got a couple loose cannons running wild out there. And just do some research, take your time, vote your conscience. These things aren't gonna go away. And it's gonna take calm, structured, hard talks to get there. At least that there's a lot of people trying, and we appreciate that. And like I said, there's other things out there. We got this bridge going on. It's amazing, everybody with the steel and the big cranes rolling around and trucks backing up. It's incredible stuff. People need to take a look at it. And there's some new businesses coming into the downtown. We got the old Jeffersonian building. You guys are gonna be something going on there. Right next door to us here, they're working on gutting these buildings, cleaning that all up. There's a couple more buildings that need cleaned up. That's just what we do. So with that, Council President, any questions?
Any questions of the mayor?
All right, keep it
Thank you.
tomorrow. See you guys. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to communications.
Yes, I received yet another check from our insurance company. This was for damage that was done to the decorative pole that was down on Steubenville Avenue that was hit, I think, New Year's Eve. So we just need to get that appropriated.
Mr. Vancho,
Motion to refer to Finance Committee.
Mr. Wolverton,
I'll second that motion.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Next, please.
I have the monthly report from municipal court for January.
Ms. McMillan,
Motion to accept, place on file.
Ms. Hill.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. And that carries. Okay. Reports of committees.
Report of Finance Committee, February the 20th. We recommend that the following transfers and appropriations be approved. Appropriate $15,670 to police travel and school. Appropriate $1,500 to police supplies. Appropriate $3,500 to police services by contract. Transfer $11,791.17 from police retirement benefits to vehicles. Appropriate $50 to council legal advertising. Appropriate $453 to police K-9. appropriate $3,305 to fire vehicle maintenance.
Are there any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, February the 20th. We recommend that council authorize the fire department to apply for State of Ohio EMS grant for 2025.
Are there any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of City Services Committee, February the 20th. We recommend that council authorize the mayor to sign liquor permit to be issued to the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association for the White Night event in May.
Are there any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, February the 20th. We recommend that council authorizes the city auditor to seek a loan for significant building renovations for the fire department.
Are there any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
That's it.
Okay, then we will move on to unfinished business. Any unfinished business? Any new business? We will move on to ordinances and resolutions.
I think you skipped the audience. I'm not sure
Oh.
if our guests have anything to say, but since they're here.
Come on up, boys.
Is there anybody in the audience that would like to come up to the mic and speak tonight?
Oh, man.
And they didn't have any questions on the fire levy. I thought we were clear. Or on the fire building.
A resolution authorizing the clerk of council to act as the designated representative of the members of the Cambridge City Council for purposes of required public records training.
Mr. Evancho,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Wolverton.
I'll second to suspend.
Roll call, please.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Ms. McMillan?
Motion to pass.
Mr. Mauer?
Second the motion?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes. And that ordinance has been adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance vacating alley known as Amos Way in the city of Cambridge, second reading.
Okay, so we will move that one on to the third reading next meeting.
I know, right?
An ordinance of transfers and appropriations.
Mr. Evancho,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Zaleski,
Second to suspend.
roll call, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes. Ms. Hill
Motion to pass.
and Mr. Zaleski.
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Laufman?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
And that ordinance has been adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the fire department to apply for a State of Ohio EMS grant.
Mr. Zaleski
Motion to suspend.
and Mr. Evancho.
I'll second the motion to suspend.
Roll call, please.
Hill?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Mr. Mauer,
Make a motion to pass?
Mr. Zaleski.
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mauer?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes. And that ordinance has been adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to sign liquor permit applications for Cambridge Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association.
Ms. Hill,
Motion to suspend.
Ms. McMillan. That's where he gets at.
Second to suspend.
Roll call, please.
McMillan?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mr. Evancho,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Zaleski.
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mauer?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes. That ordinance has been adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the city auditor to seek a loan for significant building renovations for the fire department.
Mr. Wolverton,
Motion to suspend.
Ms. McMillan.
Second to suspend.
Roll call, please.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mauer?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Mr. Mauer,
Motion to pass?
Mr. Zaleski.
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Mauer.
Yes.
Gillespie.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Vancho.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes. And that ordinance has been adopted. That's it.
That is it.
So we'll move on to miscellaneous. Mr. Vancho.
Yes, Finance Committee will meet next Monday, March 4th at 4:30.
That's the only one that has it.
Ms. McMillan.
I just kind of want to touch a little bit. The mayor had mentioned that the structure down at what I call the West End Park, the memorial site, has been demolished. And I just want to give a thank you to the Guernsey County CDC, Community Development Corporation, for their cooperation, assistance in doing that. And, you know, that's actually a great organization. They've done a lot, not only in Cambridge, but in Guernsey County as well. They've repaired and rehabbed a lot of dilapidated structures in Cambridge and have turned them into rental properties. They clean up illegal dump sites. They do the trail. They have the Coal Ridge Park. They're such an asset to this community. They really are. And I don't sometimes think they get the recognition they deserve. With that being said, their annual banquet is this coming Saturday, March 2nd. At the Pritchard Laughlin. I have attended for several years. I know Councilman Mauer is attending this year as well, and I would encourage my fellow council members, if at all possible, to attend to show your support. This is a major fundraiser for them. So I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Ron Gambetta and his staff for all that they do. Like I said, not only in Cambridge, but in Guernsey County.
Very nice. Anything else? Mr. Zaleski.
I just want to say that one of the things that I really pressed upon when I came on council was the infrastructure, the streets improvements. And I just want to say again, kudos to the street department, the engineer, for the projects that are going on. Take a drive down Steubenville Avenue in the evening, especially when there's snow on. That alone is, and it's just fantastic. And to know that we're going to continue these improvements. And in my vision, I look at Steubenville Avenue as that's one of the flagship streets that we can have in this city. And man, that, it's just, I love, anytime I get the chance, I get on Steubenville Avenue versus any other, just because it's just so beautiful. So kudos to all that are involved.
Awesome. Yep.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's a good thing.
Anybody else?
Positive.
I'm good. Can I add one more
Ms.
thing?
McMillan, yes.
As I sit here and look out at some of the audience members that we have that didn't speak up, but, you know, I do want to give a shout out to our fire department and our first responders and EMS guys. You know, they work hard. They do all that they can, and they're 5 steps above the rest, in my opinion, if not more. So, gentlemen, you and your staff, thank you.
When everybody else is running out, you guys are running in. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Wolverton,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
we are adjourned.
Hey.
Kim and I were laughing when we started this meeting.